Hi, this is Ed Davis, and here's my second slide that I give to my students when I'm teaching them graphic design with Gravit. And as you can see, we are going to do group, alignment, and use some of the compound shape tools that you can see right here in the slide. So I'm going to hit escape, and we're going to bring back Gravit. Okay, and as you can see, we want to start with a blank canvas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a rectangle over now from the library. I'm going to shrink it. And I like to tell the kids, okay, let's make 3 rectangles using the primary color, because sometimes it starts the discussion. What is the difference between primary and secondary colors? So there we have yellow, and I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to change this to red. Now, if you don't like the tint of red, you can always go to the mixer. And you can see that gives you tints that get lighter, shades that will go darker, and different tones and mixes of red. But we're going to stick right now with basic red. Okay, and the other cool thing about this is that if you keep using the duplicate keyboard shortcut, you can see that it lines them up in the correct proportion to where the first and second objects were aligned with each other. So I'm going to hit Control Z and go back. Okay, and I'm going to hit Control CV and copy this one. Let's go to the third primary color, which is blue. So basically, we're going to move them out, and I tell the kids I want them to do with that is to group it. Okay, so we go up here, and there is the group button, and now when I copy paste, it duplicates all 3 of the objects connected together. Okay, the next thing that I asked them to do is learn how to use their alignment tools. Now I'm going to hit the space bar, and what we're going to do is move our canvas over to the side. Okay, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to get star number 4. Okay, and we're going to make sort of a flower shape here. So I'm going to go to a yellow. Now, whatever you draw first will be in the back. So the next color should come out in the front. So I'm going to go copy paste, and I'm going to move it over here. The whole shift, and I'm going to shrink it a little bit. And then what we're going to do is go to orange, and I'm going to hit copy paste. And I'm going to come up with another one. We're going to shrink that. And we're going to turn it to red. Now, last but not least, we're going to take a nice plain circle, and we're going to go drop it down so it can be like the center of the flower. And I always tell the kids, don't get all worried about your alignment right now, because I want to show you a nice way to use the tools to make sure that everything that you do is in alignment. So here we go. Let's shrink this one just a little more. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweep all 4 of my objects. I'm going to come over here. Now we have distribute horizontally, distribute vertically, align left, align center, align right. Over farther, we have align top, middle, and bottom. And these are great tools. You don't have to spend an hour lining them up. You just go align center, align middle, and there we go. Everything is in place, and it is selected, so we can simply go group, and there we go. So later on, if we're going to do a Mother's Day card and our kids are going to make flowers, this is a pretty good trick to teach them how to use it. I kind of messed up the proportions there. Hold on. I'll hold shift and drag this in a little bit, just so I have more room. Here we go. Now, up here, we have things called compound shape tools, but you have to have more than one object. So the first thing I'm going to do is make like a cloud. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a actual border on this, because that way we can see the difference between unite and group. So let's drag this in here for now, even though I like to draw it off. So what we're going to do is copy paste, copy paste. Now it's important that you tell your kids, do not group the objects if you are going to use the compound shape tools, because they won't work. So you can see now we have the 3 outlines at 3 different objects. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the first one, union. And there you can see that we have something that looks like a cloud. We could use this in a children's book cover drawing. You might want to make the border a little thicker. Here we go. And what we're going to do, let's shrink this, and let's drag it up here. Now, the next thing I always show the kids is how to make like a crescent moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag a couple of circles here. And to speed things up here, I'm going to copy, paste, drag a couple of them over here so I don't have to keep making them. Now, how to make, use the subtract tool. Here we go. Sorry about that. So now we can see we have the outlines, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to choose subtract. And you can see now that what we did is we subtracted the front shape, okay, from the shape in the rear, and we have something that looks more like the crescent moon. Now, the last two are intersection and difference. I really don't find myself using difference a lot, okay? But we're still going to show you how it's done. Let's get ready for both drawing. There's 1, 2. I'm going to take these two, hold shift, drag them in so you can see better. And we're going to go up here and we're going to go intersect. So you can see this is a great one. What I like to do with this is combine it with the shape on the left. When we're doing some flowers or something like that, we will turn it to green and we'll use this as our leaves. Difference, you're going to see it kind of comes out like the old CBS logo. So click here, and what it does is it gets rid of the sections of the design that intersected. There we go. We can bring this down here. We tilt this a little bit, you get an idea what I was talking about. There we go. So those are the 4 compound shapes. I find that that is something that separates Gravit from the other free graphics program. It gives you some of the tools that you have in Adobe Illustrator, which of course is costly, and Gravit is free. And that's my second lesson on compound shapes, grouping, and using your alignment tools.